Welcome back to you, my jelly in a cup. You know, recently, friends, we spoke about the others chart. Now, if you're not familiar, others are just crypto outside the top 10, and there's an index out here. You can go to TradingView and you can have a look at it. And what I did is I put the fractal on here to show us just how much more time we have left. So if your bags aren't moving, trust me, I went through and I saw so many patterns in the past cycles where coins just stayed dead for a long time until Bitcoin broke its all-time high. Now, I'm not saying we're going to have to wait till Bitcoin breaks its all-time high, but there's just a chance many things just stay sleepy. Coins like the DeFi sector. So, for example, there's RV, there's Uni there. These are coins that moved in 2020. Now they don't move. Now, it's funny. If you go speak to people, they'll say, why aren't they moving? Their rationale, they'll say, well, they're not moving because there's no use case. Aave is just a money market, Uni, useless governance token, etc., etc. But I don't buy it. You know why? Because we're buying absolute trash meme coins fully on speculation. That's it. Okay. So also DeFi, such as Hex, is in that category as well. The Hex community. You also have PulseChain and PulseX. Okay. So I'm not buying it. It's just that it is what it is, man. Just sometimes they just happen like that, friends. Just you can't win everything all the time, and things that you thought made sense or would recover more, they unfortunately didn't. Now I'm going to show you a quick chart right here. So this is the DeFi Pulse Index. Okay, so this index is just the DeFi sector. And look at this, friends. It's been dying and dying. And this is DeFi versus ETH. I mean, you're absolutely ravaged. It's a weekly chart. Bang, you're doing nothing. Okay, and by the way, it launched at the top of DeFi season, all the way up here somewhere. So I don't even know its real starting price, but you can just see it's just dead, right? So even gaming coins have gone up and popped up. Now, all these coins here in the index, it just represents that something's not moving and you hope it moves. But it's not the end of the world because, you know, maybe it could be just as simple as DeFi became a thing in the Bitcoin halving year. Maybe 2024 is another Bitcoin halving year and then things start moving up. Okay, so when you look at these as well, you see that there's a lot of issues when it comes to trying to predict timing with markets as well, because DeFi peaked in 2020. So it didn't even have a proper run in 2021. Everything just kept dying. So it technically should be moving first because it's had the most time to capitulate hands, but it hasn't. We saw crypto gaming, Solana, all these other trash go up with it. So, you know, it's just the game, the law of markets. It's random, it's chaotic. You never really know, friends. And it might surprise you. It might just bink up super fast at the very end. We don't know. Okay. We never know. All you can do is try to increase your probability of your bets. Now, this is why I want to speak to you today as well. Okay. If we go back to paid, so obviously don't touch paid. Do not touch paid. But what I remember from the last season, so 2021, friends, when I started doing paid, actually, I remember saying to myself, man, I wish I did ICO hunting in 2020 when no one was looking about it. No one was thinking about it. No one was talking about it. I just didn't know where to go. But if I had the opportunity, I wish someone told me about it because I would love to have just gone all these places. You know, there's a popular American website, friends, CoinList. CoinList gave you the Solana ICO. It let me do flow though. I didn't do the Solana ICO, but I didn't know. You had no idea. Right? There are these websites. By the way, you can't do it anymore. Okay, so unfortunately with CoinList, it's a public ICO page. They are now plagued by scammers, cheats, bot spammers. There are cafes in Vietnam who, not just Vietnam as well, I think China as well. Definitely Vietnam, friends. I'm not making this up. There's cafe of like 80 people. Right? They literally just 80 people. And they are hired, right? I don't know how much they paid, like probably 20 cents an hour. They're literally just hired to spam the queue with all these accounts on every ICO with CoinList, get it, and then instantly flip it, okay? So they'll get like a $200 allocation, and then they'll literally immediately go in OTC via escrow, trying to flip it for like $400, okay? And they just take up everybody's spots. And I'm sure there's way more. There's more. So these things killed it. And unfortunately, I remember waking up in like the middle of the night, it's like 3 a.m. and you're joining a queue and it's like, you know, and then you have to wait an hour to see if you're in the top 5% or not. And then it just gets filled straight away. So I remember when I was first starting to do it, there was no one there because the bull market hadn't really started. Okay, but eventually everyone now knows. All right, so that's the hard part when it comes to Launchpads and ICO. So paid price, this isn't obviously the full paid price. We are all trapped. We're all REKT. Okay, so paid price might not go anywhere, but I just want to explain the system to you. I had someone asked me in a comment section, can you please explain how paid works and stuff? So just to let you know what happens. So these Launchpads, there's always a barrier to entry because, you know, they want a use case for a token, which is actually really good. You get utility. And also there's all the scammers and the grifters and the cheat and all these people who just ruin it for everybody, okay? These subhuman filth. So when it comes to this, normally these Launchpads work in a similar way where they go, well, if you buy a certain amount of our token, and there's different tiers, okay? If you buy a certain amount of our token, you will be able to participate in any project that comes along our way. Now, paid is a lottery ticket system, okay? So all you need is 1,000 paid. Look, but honestly, our friends, I wouldn't bother with 1,000 paid. It's like $280. It's just not enough, okay? It's worth trying to have a punt, but like if you buy 75,000, you're guaranteed a slot and you get the ticket spins. So you don't burn the ticket spins. It's if you have like 10,000 paid, you're getting 10 ticket rolls every single project. And I'm going to show you exactly what we actually do. So this is just what happens. So this would be a common pattern for all of 2024 in terms of like what I'll be doing constantly. Okay, so I'll always be, so number one, I'll go to the paid Telegram and there's an announcement channel and you'll pin that. So you know whenever there's a project coming, they'll let you know on the website. And if you go here, right, if you go to ignition.paidnetwork.com, you can actually click on projects up here. Now, there are no active projects right now, but if you click on, there's completed projects and you can just see everything that they've done. You got every single thing, all right? Now, let's say a new project comes out, for example, like Hypersign. Oh, man, I think we got crushed on this, it's tough. So you click on, say, see details, okay? And when you go there, what would happen is, I just bring up the information up here. Now, I don't even know if it's loading properly or not, but when you click on the details, they'll tell you things like, okay, what's the ticket size and the date? Okay, so like, oh, a new project appeared, okay? And then it'll give you like a time and it'll give you a window of time to basically just enter the lottery. And that's all you got to do. You enter the lottery and then when they finally run the lottery, you get told like, hey, the ticket winners are in. And what they'll do is they'll send like a database link in the Telegram channel and you basically click on it and you'll search your address. Okay, now on their platform, I'm not sure, they're probably going to update stuff. They might automatically do it in terms of like letting you know, but you'll go, you open up their file, you search your address and next to the column will be how many tickets you've won. Okay, so you get to see everyone else's as well. So you'll see some people out there, they're probably like, you know, big early entry people, they'll have like, you know, 25 tickets or something. Okay, I saw many people of this size, many big influencers that some of them unfortunately just fully backstabbed Kyle, who's the founder, got a lot of tickets. And yeah, so they would get a lot of tickets and you can participate as well. So every project is different and you never know how much allocation they're doing. So don't even worry about it. You can't control any of those. You just apply to every single one. That's all you're doing, just rolling every single one. If you want, have a look at the project. Okay, to be honest, friends, I'm scared about looking at a project. Why? Because you'll FUD yourself out. Because you're like, oh, I don't think this one's going to work. And guess what? That's the one that ends up, I don't know. You know what I mean? That's my strategy. My strategy is just try to do every single one unless there's absolute trash. Remember what happened to me with the Globe DX though? I was like, oh, this one's going to be good. And they launch their DEX in a bull market, ends up doing $7 of volume a day. $7. So the ones you think that are going to go, you know, they never really go. And the ones you're like, oh, it's this game, no one's going to buy it. And yeah, it did like 35x or something, okay? So that's basically how these things work. So you're buying their coin, you're looking at their platform, you participate in the ICO, and then what happens is if you are selected, okay, and there's a lot of people who win, friends. A lot of people win. We try to roll every ICO. What would happen is there'll be a specific time given, you know? It might be like Wednesday, 2 a.m. UTC, like the same time every time. This is super important. You set an alarm for that time. I don't care where you are. Okay, I don't care if you are running around the forest. You can't be away from your computer. On that time, you have to come in, log in, and as soon as the pool opens, you've got to put your funding in. Okay, you might have like one ticket, and they'll tell you like, oh, we're collecting our money in BNB. So you have to have BNB on the BNB network using your same address, of course. You got to go in and then you put it in, okay? So just to let you know, there are two tiers. There's like the Galaxy tier and the Moon tier. And the Galaxy tier, they're the people, they get to buy like half an hour early, okay? So it's the people who basically get a privileged participation. They're the people who have 75,000 tickets or more. If you have 75,000 tickets, you get one of those Galaxy tiers. I forgot exactly. They might change it here and there, but that's basically how it works. And then after that, it's open season for everyone else of the tickets. Now, they'll basically get fueled. It will get fueled 100%, but they leave enough for everybody. Okay, so but you got to be careful because once it's done, if you can't participate in those 30 minutes, you don't get your tickets. Okay, they get probably given to someone else in the team, handed out later on. Right, so you have to be super careful. You got to make sure on that time you participate. All right, and then what happens is you probably look around like, hey, when are they expected to launch? Try find the date for that project, and that's it. Hang around in the paid chat. We're in like the paid, like the trading chat. That's basically where everyone just comes in here, and then basically people will just talk about, oh, this project is gonna launch or it's gonna come out soon. Okay, so when it comes to these, right, you don't get all the tokens up front. All right, so it's not super free money. Okay, it's usually like you get 33% up front, and the rest is staggered. So it's not like you can just roll, like if you're lucky, roll like $5,000 and then flip them for 2x or anything. Okay, but towards the end of the bull market, sorry, friends, things running out, everything was going in a loss. That's when it became really bad. And obviously, your tickets are really, really low, but that's because you really get a seed price, man. Right? They don't give you this cheap trash price. You actually get like a really good price. Okay, so it's a very, very high chance of being on site. Okay, but as you can see, man, look, this is Globe. Here it is, friends. Globe. Oh my god, this is just disgusting. Oh man, this is just trash. Oh, friends. Oh my god, I paid $1 for a token. It went down to like 2 cents or something. Oh, I actually brought it up right now. Here you go, friends. 1.2 cents. Oh my god, this is from an ICO. From an ICO, we're down 98%. Thank you very much, friends. Look at this. Oh, REKT. Bang. You see, you might say, oh, why didn't you get out for money? No, you're going to get your token out straight away. Okay, they give you the token out here. I'm like, wait a minute. I just got my token. Look at this. This is how bad it was, by the way. This is September 2021. It was dropping in a bull market. We got grifted in a bull market, friends. Seriously, it's nothing's guaranteed in this game. I mean, that's crazy, man. Like Bitcoin's 69K here, 69K, and then this thing is still dropping. So it's tough. So that's basically what I would do, right? You have an Excel sheet, just track every single thing that you participate in, but really you don't have to get too cute with it, friends. You don't have to, there's no like super secret sauce. I'm telling you right now, what I've noticed is it's a full-on lottery. It's like you'll know straight away. Oh, this is a good one. No, we're grifted. You got a feeling, but you never really know. It's the game. That's the game. So the strategy for 2024 that I'm doing, part of the lotteries, not all the lotteries, part of the lotteries is just rolling these. Because I'm like, you know what? Hopefully there's going to be some winners, some decent ones. Now, you got to remember something. Most of when I participated, friends, I did paid in 2021. All right. I did paid in 2021. That's when paid launched. And it was like, starting to do March, April, May, June. Do you see? It's halfway through. The bull market's basically dead at that point. Okay. So you got to be careful. I'm going to show you the chart. Okay. So this is it. So paid launches. Okay. And it goes wild up here, up to $5. Remember, the paid tokens, it was only like 10% of the coins are out. So it's not like, all this free money or anything. Okay. So you can see here though, it launches February, okay? And I start participating around, I think I started buying the dip down here. I never obviously bought it up here. I started buying the dip down here. It doesn't really matter. Trying to do more tickets, friends, and it doesn't really matter. Look, it went to it's basically near zero because of the high inflation. So that's all you got to think about, okay? You got to think about, where am I relative to the cycle? Now, there's a difference now, okay? Paid and the Launchpads became popular, and they'll put all over the YouTube influencers during the literal final half of that bull market. So Bitcoin was already super, super hot. And I'm actually going to show you right now where Bitcoin was at that point. Look at this. So paid launches, but look, I wasn't doing paid. I didn't even hear about it until like it was too late up here. You see that? So it was literally the end, friends. So, okay, this was just the end. So now when it comes to that, you know that, okay, that was euphoria, bubble, overheated. We're not in that time period now though. We're going in Bitcoin halving year. Okay, just think about based off, you know, this imaginary 4-year cycle that may or may not play out. We are participating in the market around here. Go around here. See this? And this is the Bitcoin halving year. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin halving. You see that part? All right, so we're hopefully we're around here actually, right? We're around here. See that? So the bull market not even starting yet, pretty much. Okay, still like just trotting along, which is important. Why? It's because whether you're doing paid or something else, it means on average your ICO raisers are not greedy. Okay, it means that you're not raising with a lot of other dollars who just want to get out. These people don't even know yet. Okay, it's not even on there. It's not even a hot topic for them, and they're unaware. Okay, so but there are some risks with this as well. I've got to teach you something too. You see, paid's great. Kyle's great. He's early to trends, but the risk is that, of course, Project's rug. We know that one. But the risk is as well, friends, that the new sectors that win next year, you hope that there are teams that are grabbed to participate in that upside so you can participate in their ICO. So for example, Kyle at the end of 2021, he pivoted to gaming. He just started doing a lot of gaming ones and it worked, man. It really worked. Like some of the gaming ones did well. So it does work, but now you can tell, right? It's not an automatic thing. You can't just go, oh, we're doing all the projects. Now the paid team, they have a very high filter rate. I mean, Kyle's been in the game for like 11 years in crypto. So he obviously knows when someone's like talking out of their boom. All right. But it's still nothing's perfect. Okay. So there are risks when it comes to these. Obviously, please don't buy, friends. I'm telling you, don't buy. I don't like buying anything that freaking does these chart patterns. Of course, this goes up in a straight line. I'm just telling you what I've done. I'm still holding. Okay. Now I wish I knew, but just to let you know, okay. Alex Becker became an advisor to paid. People bought it up here, and then the next wave come in and already went up. It went up again. Okay. So that's something I wasn't paying attention to, didn't know. Okay. So it really depends on the health of the market. People coming in and participating in these ICOs and seeing how they work. And, you know, so obviously more risks got to tell you about as well. There's like 50 Launchpads. There's a lot of Launchpads. So I don't know, is ours going to be the best one? I have no idea, friends. I was participating in others. I was doing Launchpool. Launchpool, what an absolute trash fest. I'm not joking. In Launchpool, maybe 15 ICOs, 13 went literally offside from day one. 13. So I was just handing money away and they all went down. The one ICO for Launchpool did well. I think it was one of these one of those AI coins, SDAO or something. But guess what? Yeah, it went up, it did okay. Then it retraced 99% anyway. So who cares, right? It just doesn't make up for it. Okay. Launchpool, Launchpool's like E tier. E from what I participated in. I also did Poker Starter, POLS, but don't do that because they give like 200 spots to like 50 for $25 tickets. Like it's not worth it. And you spend 8 hours doing these long-winded whitelists. I'm not joking, friends. I had to do answering of questions. I had to go through white papers that were like 17 pages and try to find, oh my God, is this Korean launch? And then they rugged me anyway. I spent so many hours doing this stupid test. I didn't know how big my allocation was going to be. I finally won one ticket. Oh, what a waste of time. Just so much waste of time, friends. So a lot of people talk about the bull market. Oh, there's opportunity everywhere. Yeah, but do you know how much time wasting, grifting, scamming is there too? Like, it's really tough, man. That's why I'm telling you, there's going to be even more grifting, scamming in this cycle. If you can focus on what you know, really important. Okay, really important. Focus on what you know, concentrate, and you'll bink it. Yeah, some other coin might do like a 300x. Trust me, not everyone's all in on that. Okay, and guess what? They're not even going to take profit on it anyway. Probably write it back down and round trip it. All right, so those are the things. There are a lot of Launchpads. It is centralized, as in like you need like a CEO, you need Kyle's vision or anyone of the Launchpad's ICO's vision. They need to be getting good teams. And you never really know that, friends. And it's up to the market. What does the market really want? And here's another thing as well. I know there's a lot of downsides, man, because you don't get all your coins up front, man. So you get like a third up front. And yeah, guess what happened many times? By the time the next 4 months came to 6 months, the coin's now at a loss. So the only way to get break even was to dump your 33% on the open for like that 3x. And you're like if you have 3x from your entry, you're not getting out. You only got 33% of your tokens. Like, what are you here for? 3x, doing lottery. And yeah, that was the right thing to do because they just all went down. But like I said, remember I showed you, we were all doing in the heat of the bull market. And I promise you, big winners from 2021, often, maybe I'm buying a dip in the coin or I'd see a launch. And I remember just in certain Discord, someone would tell me, oh yeah, wow, we did that ICO back in 2020. So before the bull run started. So in 2020, when no one was looking, and it was actually bear market times for crypto in the September period, in August, September, October, they were participating and there was a dead period and they were able to take out profit. They're making like, 30, 40, 50 X's when 2021 came. So you're probably getting the pattern right now. 2021. So the bull market is not a time for buying. It's a time for selling. Okay. You're selling to super optimistic people. People who people don't research those ICO prices. They don't care what people paid. This thing with ICO was 0.5 cent. Oh, but now it's trading at like 16 cents. They don't care. And then everybody's getting their unlock and they're unlocking like once per month and they're all on to like 30x. They'll dump it down. Now they're up like 20x in the next one. And that's all just happened over time. Okay. So there you go, friends. Once again, please, I know I mentioned 1,000 times, don't just go and buy something that went up. But I'm telling you, that's my strategy. My strategy is participate in the paid tickets. Whatever I get whatever I win in each one, I just try to buy it out and then just literally hope for the best. That's all I can do, okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget, who's your friend? Always going to be here till the end. Catch you soon.